Right now, YouTube is demonetizing channels absolutely everywhere for repetitious and inauthentic content. And if you've been on YouTube or Twitter lately, you've probably seen a bunch of videos like these ones of people talking about this demonetization wave. I'm seeing a lot of misinformation about this topic, so in this video I thought I'd go through why this is happening, how you can avoid it, and what channels you should avoid starting so you don't get hit with a message like that. And in the end of this video, I'll show you the types of channels that I'm running that I have yet to see a single channel get demonetized in. And the thing about this niche is that it really doesn't even matter if you were to get demonetized, because the ad revenue is such a small part of your total revenue. So to begin with, is this real or is it just a view grab? Because if you are in the YouTube space, you know that when things like this happen, a lot of people start posting videos like this that aren't really affected by it themselves, only because the topic are getting a lot of views. So I can bet all of these channels you're seeing right here have not been demonetized and are simply posting videos about this because it's generating a lot of views. And the honest answer to that question is yes. It's real, but it's not real in the way most people think it is. So this is the exact policy you can see on YouTube's page that is causing all of this demonetization. So this policy was implemented last year on July 15th in 2025. And basically what this policy says is that you can't monetize repetitious or inauthentic content. They are not specifying exactly what that means, but I think the most common misconception I see people have about this policy is that this would only affect AI channels and that you can't monetize AI channels at all, which is simply just not the case. You can definitely monetize AI content, and you can definitely also get demonetized even though you're not using AI to create your videos. So I would say like the most average channel I see on Twitter getting demonetized are channels like this one. I don't know if this one specifically is demonetized, but this type of channel, we're simply posting a concept like Roblox rant videos. You're posting pretty much the exact same concept on every video. You can see that all of these videos are the exact same. And if you ask me, I would say this is pretty much the definition of content that is inauthentic and repetitious. And the reason that it has become such a trend to say that AI content is no longer monetizable is because AI content like this usually is repetitious and inauthentic. And in my personal opinion, I think YouTube is doing actually a pretty good job by demonetizing channels like this, because I really don't see the value it provides. And something a lot of people that are running channels like this have as an argument when they're posting on Twitter or posting on YouTube about their channel getting demonetized is that they edited the video in CapCut. So they must have done something transformative to it, they've done manual work to it, but from the demonetizations I'm seeing, it seems to be completely irrelevant that you are editing the video yourself. So let's take a video like this as an example. Again, I'm not sure this specific channel is demonetized, but a lot of channels in this niche are getting demonetized. To begin with, videos like this are attracting extremely low quality viewers. These 392,000 people who have watched this video are very likely not high quality viewers. The video in itself essentially provides zero value. I don't think a single person who watched this video scrolled past it and thought, shit, I learned something here, I got some value out of this video. This is just pure sloppy entertainment. And probably most importantly is that no one wants to advertise or have their ad around this video. So you gotta see it from YouTube's perspective, because their business model is essentially selling ad slots to companies. And I don't think a single company would want to have their ad shown around a video like this. And I would say that this is the definition of AI slop. But honestly, I don't think anyone is very surprised channels like this are getting demonetized. The thing I've been seeing lately that I think is more interesting are channels like this one getting demonetized. So this is a guy named Ola that I found on Twitter a few days ago, and I've actually been in contact with this guy talking about his channel and how's it going. And what's interesting about this channel is that he's literally not using AI at all. Literally zero AI involved in the creation from what I understand. And he even gives proof of this in this X post he did. So as you can see, his videos are rendered and created completely in some kind of 3D creation process. I know he has a bunch of freelancers or people hired to help him create these videos. And if we take a look at the actual channel and the videos he's creating, you'll see that they're very similar to a creator called ZachD Films, which I would assume a lot of you have come across. And he's been seeing some great results with this channel. As you can see, he has 171,000 subscribers. He's getting millions and millions of views on his videos. You can see 34 million, 25 million, 20 million. And yet he got his channel demonetized. So if we take a look at these two channels, the Roblox channel and this channel right here, and try to figure out what seems to be the trigger to getting hit with this inauthentic or repetitious content. It's obviously not AI, because this channel has nothing to do with AI, and most importantly, the policy doesn't really say anything about that you can't use AI. From my understanding, it seems to be that the issue is mass producing the same type of content over and over again. And I'm not saying that this guy is mass producing, I don't think he is. But if we look at the common traits between these two feeds, we can see that the videos look very, very similar. You can't really spot a difference between these videos just by looking at the feed. And that's honestly what I have found to be the one thing in common with all of these channels getting demonetized. One, it's usually shorts channel from my understanding, and also the videos are created with the exact same concept over and over and over again. So my advice to you would obviously be to not start a channel like this. Even though you're using AI or not, don't start a channel, especially a shorts channel, where you're producing the exact same concept over and over again. So what's the actual solution to this problem? Like, what type of channel should you start if not a channel like this? What I do instead is that I run educational YouTube channels. So I post educational content and educational videos that actually provide value to the viewer. So you can see this is my channel that I own right here called AI Society. This is a channel where I teach people how to use different AI tools. So the moment a new AI tool is dropping, I create videos reviewing it and showing people how to use it. Then we have channels like Captain Workout, who are posting videos about how to get in shape, how to get a six-pack, how to grow your chest, or whatever it is in the fitness industry. And one of my favorite educational channels is called Isaac. It's teaching people how to run faceless YouTube channels, essentially. And there are a couple of reasons why educational channels will always win. The number one thing in regards of the monetization is that I have never seen a long form educational YouTube channel get demonetized. And the second reason they will always win is because even if they were to get demonetized, if I got my channel demonetized today, it would barely affect the business. Because here's the thing, educational YouTube channels operate very differently from entertainment channels like the one I've shown you earlier. So ad revenue on AI Society, I would say, is roughly on a high month 5% of my total revenue. Usually it fluctuates between $200 to $500 per month depending on how many views the channel get. However, the total revenue is on an average month way above $10,000. So it's only a few percentages of my total revenue. So I thought I'd show you exactly what the entire process of an educational channel looks like. So everything begins with the viewer. Let's say we have a viewer, summer is coming up in a month or two, and this guy wants to get a six-pack. What most people will do when having a goal like this is going on YouTube, and search on how to do it. So go to the YouTube search bar and type in how to get a six-pack. When you hit search, you will probably see a video like this one from the channel I just showed you called Captain Workout. So in this case, he's done a video called how to actually get abs. And this is a completely faceless video where he's using this character instead of showing his own face, and then he's simply showing how to get abs. Now, this is where educational channels operate a bit differently from entertainment channels. So if we go back to this channel right here, the goal is simply to get the viewer to watch your video, get as many eyeballs as possible on it to maximize ad revenue. This is very differently from how a channel like this is operating. Instead of just having the viewer watch the video and then scroll on to the next one, they will add some kind of CTA in the video to a product, coaching, community, just some kind of product related to the topic. So in this case, if we go down to the description in this video, you'll see something like build your superhero physique without sacrificing your lifestyle. And the entire goal of this video is to get the viewer to click on this link. So essentially, this video is just a funnel to get the viewer to the product. The video in itself is not the end goal. It's just sort of, you could say, an ad for the product he's providing right here. So if you're clicking on this link, you'll be taken to a product page that looks something like this. So this is some kind of fitness guide. It's an ebook with a training plan, meal plans. It seems to be some kind of course modules, a calorie calculator, and he's selling all of this for $150. And keep in mind, it literally takes this guy no time at all to deliver this. The viewer simply purchases this product and then it will be sent automatically, and the owner of this channel really won't have to do anything. So you produce the product once and then he sells it unlimited amount of times. So let's just do some simple math. The video got around 690,000 views. Let's say only 1% of these 690,000 people buy it. I would say that's probably a high estimate, but just to give you an idea. That would be 6,900 customers purchasing this product for $150, which comes out to a total revenue of $1,035,000. And as I said, this is probably a pretty high estimate. Let's just say 0.5% bought it instead. It's still $500,000 for a single YouTube video. And I would just make a qualified guess and say that a 3-minute video like this has probably not made more than $5,000 in ad revenue, and it has very likely made hundreds of thousands of dollars in total revenue. So now the question becomes, how do you actually start an educational YouTube channel? Because you can't just start an educational channel about a subject you know nothing about and that you can't educate in. So the number one thing you need to do is to find your own skill set. And this can be pretty much anything. It can be, in my case, it was AI. So when AI is starting to pop off, I was very interested in all the AI tools being released. So I decided to start a channel around it, educating people on how to use all of these new AI tools. But it can also be stuff like music, content creation, cooking, running, sports. The only thing that's important is that your knowledge level in the area you're starting a channel around needs to be higher than the viewer. So let's say you are teaching beginners how to play the guitar. You really don't have to be a guitar expert to do it. You just have to be better than the average person at it to be able to teach it. So I would say like the ground rule or the base rule you should have for the niche you're starting an educational channel around is that you just need to be better than the average person or more knowledgeable than your viewer at the skill you're educating in. And once you've decided which area to start a channel around, the next step is to identify the most common questions and problems in this niche. So let's take running as an example. Put yourself in the shoes of someone who wants to start running. What will they probably search for and what will they want to know? I would just assume that it's stuff like what running shoes to wear, how often you should run, how fast you should run, what clothes to wear, just like the basic stuff. And that's exactly what you want to create videos around. So you want to start a channel and then you want to create videos about those specific topics. And this is a very simplified version of what it's like to start an educational channel, because there's actually a lot more that goes into it. For the entire video production chain, like finding viral topics, how to write viral scripts, how to find a good editor, how to package the video with thumbnails and titles and actually get the viewer to click on the video. And I've spent the past 3 years trying to master all of these metrics while running educational YouTube channels, which is what have led me to be able to start channels like AI Society and get results like these. So the video you're seeing right here was my second video I ever posted on this channel, and it got almost 200,000 views. And the reason I'm able to get that many views and have a video perform that well such early on from starting it is because I've been able to master all of these things. And when you understand all of these metrics and you're able to implement them into videos like these ones, I promise you that you won't even be thinking about ad revenue. You can see some of the Shopify dashboards I've had in the past few months doing over $2,000 a day, over $1,600 per day from one single faceless YouTube channel. So if you sit on a skill set that you are better at than the average person and you're not yet running an educational YouTube channel teaching other people how to do it, you should definitely go down to the description and apply for Educreate, which is my educational YouTube channel program. So in Educreate, you'll get access to 10 full modules where I break down exactly how you can master all of these different metrics and start produce viral educational YouTube videos. And once you completed all the modules, I will help you get started one-on-one with everything, set up the channel, find editors, create your first videos, help you lay up a strategy. So if you're ready to take the next step and finally start your own educational YouTube channel, go and click the link in the description, send an application, and I will get back to you. So I hope this video helped you clear up some of the confusion around this demonetization wave and that you now have an understanding of what channels to avoid and what channels you should aim to start. And I'll see you in the next one.